Well, here's the thing, Tips. And, like, I'll get into the deeper stuff later.
I don't know what it is about that line. It's a banger. I see a beer getting waved around. That is not a good sign. Let's be real.
You better hope that's not the case, because I don't got the shit in front of me, but they'll find it.
I know that.
You cannot be serious. Bro, imagine being a YouTuber and getting upset by stuff like that. That is the most pathetic, wretched shit I've ever heard.
And I was nothing but nice to you. Nothing but nice to you. Loved you, bro.
Yeah.
And I know we're not, when I say I loved you, I mean more content. Like, we're not more the best friends in the world. I'm not trying to.
Was way out of line for that. And I thought I apologized to you for that.
No, you apologized to Nick. Yeah, see, you're right, chat. Some of this is beer, but I mean every word of it. By the way, here's the funny part. I don't believe in your sexuality. I think it's complete bullshit. You're gay or straight. That's the way I feel. Accept it or don't accept it.
Black's drama, which I've covered quite extensively. Others have covered it even more extensively, would you believe it? Okay. And the long story short is Bo Blacks is out of the clubhouse now. Okay. As part of this, Tipster has actually been quite funny and got some good kind of memes in about it. And he's also kind of criticised Bo Blacks, which, as far as I'm concerned, is fair. I think that, you know, Bo Blacks' bully streams were pretty unhinged when it came to Tipster. Certainly reviewing some of the footage from them where he's like, just... I don't know, it just seems like every turn he's desperately trying to get something in on Tipsters. Very cringe behaviour. Nothing wrong with having a pop at Tipster. He's a funny guy to mock, funny guy to talk about. Lots of embarrassing controversies. But the Bo Black stuff, I think gave people at least a sort of like a, you know, fair's fair. Let Tipster say his piece. You know, let him have a bit of a win. Maybe he deserves it. Anyway. That being said, I don't think that Tipster is like a changed guy. He's obviously done all the things that he's done still. Still quite a laughable figure, but I don't think there's anything... I don't think you need to like go to the point where you're like, no, he's not allowed to have his moment. Like, no, it's pretty funny. Pretty funny that he was having a pop at Bo Blacks and getting some licks in. Pretty funny stuff. Anyway, apparently, TommyC had Tipster on, and they had a confrontation. Now, I don't know much about this because I've been busy the last couple of days. So, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what this brings us. Let's have a little look. This is what we're dealing with, is it?
So, I know you came here to watch me sort of challenge Tipster and everything, and I do, and I think I get right to it. But if you came here to see me go after him on Vosh, Keffels, or what they might call evil art, let's put it that way, you came to the wrong place. Number one, I'm not prepped for it. Number two, I hate bread too. Number three was my birthday streams. Number four, I got bigger issues with him. And you know what? I'm going to talk about his character and his actions, the way he's treated his friends and the way he treated me personally, which is bad enough as it is. And, you know, I'm like a big believer. You can think whatever you want, including something that inaction is criminal. I'm not saying he believes anything that inaction is criminal. I'm not saying that, making no accusations, but I do stand by the principle, you can think what you like. All right. I might not have anything to do with you. I might say you're an idiot. I might say you're a bad person. But you can think it. So, and not to mention the fact I wasn't really on, you know, Tipster said this and that's, oh my God. And he said a lot of dumb stuff. I do remember that. And that's another problem. I don't remember everything. So I'm no position, but I do remember what he did to me. I do remember what he did to others. And that's where he...
Okay, can someone just refresh my memory? I've probably covered it on stream. What is it the Tipster did to TommyC? Some sort of backstabbing thing, if I recall correctly? Some sort of shady action? Some sort of shady behavior? Something along those lines, if I recall correctly? Is that it?
Here for. So you're expecting some kind of like a bread tube, like political challenge. You're not going to get it. I didn't do it. I'm not interested in it. It's that kind of essay stuff and evil art stuff has never been interesting to me. YouTubers are interesting to me, like Vosh and Capitals, but I don't even remember all the ins and outs. I was totally not prepped for it.
It's impassionately.
There is one thing, however, that I wish I pushed back on. He makes a comment about Augie being like Jason. When I challenged him, I thought he...
Oh, Tipster like posting accusing Tommy being a bad father. Oh, was that the main aspect? Okay. Tipster's insinuation and tweets that it was a bad father back in the day. Okay. And presumably up until then they'd been on neutral or good terms or something like that. It wasn't like they were at each other's throats or enemies or something. Engaged with comments accusing Tommy being a bad dad and neglecting his son during emails Chong. Right, okay. You're way off. Well, people were saying it's about them kissing each other, so don't worry about it, okay? Gotcha, okay. Okay. He liked retweet. Oh, retweeted. See, the thing is, it's like, I think there's only limited circumstances where I would really care about likes, right? Because I think that people can get over obsessed with likes and things like that. But when it's about like your kid, you know, when it's retweeting stuff, you know, putting a kind of like, oh, I want people to see this. Yeah, I can understand Tommy being upset about that. Do you know, it's funny actually, because Queeman actually put out a tweet about Hunter Avallone, and I reposted it because it made me laugh. But I actually wouldn't probably go into it on stream because for some, I mean, dude, I find it very obnoxious, don't get me wrong. But Hunter Avallone included like images of his kids. And for me, I'm like, well, that's on him. He shouldn't have done that. But I still would not want to bring people's kids up on stream and like talk about them and stuff and say anything about that. But the long and the short of it is Hunter Avallone is e-begging because apparently he needs money for his divorce proceedings. That's the long and the short of it. But it's just so wild to me that you would put your kid up there for like sympathy bucks. Yeah, exactly.
He kind of shoehorned us all in there. I did not push back on that like I should have or like I would have liked to. I know Augie's made some nutty stuff. I don't remember them all, but if I remember correctly, Augie made a lot of crazy comments when he was 16. I've known Augie since he was 15 or 16 years old. And I also know when you're a teenager, you think you know it all and nobody can tell you different. He showed me that in open folders. And a lot of the more extreme positions you might have kind of just go away with living everyday life, paying your taxes, paying your rent, getting things done, you're just not as binary on issues. You know, there's movement there. I think Augie is a much different man than the boy I knew. And if he has made any more extreme
I see, thanks for the prime sub.
Statements that would mirror the alt-right, I'm not even familiar with him. So, and I don't think he has. I think Augie is, I wouldn't call him a good liberal or anything. I'm sure he's not, you know, I'm sure he's not voting for Kamala.
Come on, old man, get to it.
I don't. If he is an extremist, I don't know it. If he was an extremist, I wouldn't take it seriously. Same thing goes for Turkey Tom. If you're extremist when you're a teenager, I'm sorry. I mean, I've known these guys since they're kids. They're adults now. I'm not holding them to it. So I think I should have pushed back on Tipster. Last thing, I hate disclaimers. Disclaimers suck. I hate them because I think a lot of times they're designed to kind of shut people up, or in most YouTubers' cases,
Yappy C.
If this video results in some kind of bandwagoning or flame war or maybe even a harassment campaign, it's not my fault. I'm just criticizing. All right. Do what you want, say what you want, but be a human being about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, if some fucking shitter that doesn't like you or was, you know, an enemy of yours online talks shit about your kids, who cares? But if someone you at least are neutral with, or someone who you consider yourself on friendly terms with, that would obviously, you know, be bothersome. There's no two ways about it, you know? It's difficult, man, because it's like, it's your kids. Like, what can you... It makes you inherently emotional, so it's very difficult to respond to without looking like a spurg, you know?
Say it, get out. Do what I do. Don't turn it into an MOS, like we say in the Army. An MOS is a job. What job you signed up for? Don't do what Bobax did, all right? And don't be a part of people that are doing that kind of brigading. I've never been a brigade guy. As long as I've seen brigades, I've laughed at them from people that I don't like, and a lot of times the people that get brigaded ask for it, they double, triple, quadruple down. But I've never been for them. You know, goofing a couple days maybe, but you know, when it starts to turn to weeks to months, I'm not for that, and I am not doing. But if you have something to say, say it. I'm not telling you to shut up.
Say it, Tommy.
Come on, disclaimers are two-ended. It's CYA and shut up. You know, I'm not telling you to shut up. Say what you want. Speak out. If you come to a conclusion on this. Last thing.
Wasn't the last thing the last thing? I thought the last thing was the last thing, but now there's another last thing.
That was the last thing. P.S.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Here's the video. Just watch it. Let me know. Good
No, what's good? Happy birthday, man.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate the donation, but this is not going to be an easy call for you. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's fine. I'm here to take my lumps. I'm here to take my lumps.
Well, here's the thing, Tips. And like, I'll get into the deeper stuff later. I don't understand, and this is more of a question than a criticism. I don't understand. Like, I get being worn, and I think this is what happened to you. I get being worn down by the
dude. Here's the thing: Tips is fucking. I don't know what it is about that line. It's a banger.
Commentary community. I get being worn down by the fucking pedo shit and all that other fucking horse shit. I get that, you know, you're trying to explain some nuance and something you believe, and then you get turned into a pedo and stuff like that. By the way, I was never one of those fucking guys. I get the frustration. What I don't get, and you got a fucking second chance after you fucked over me, you fucking the rest of those guys over. That's
okay. I see a beer getting waved around. That is not a good sign. Let's be real.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that.
No, you know, honestly, like Nick kind of pointed that out on Twitter. I think it was like yesterday. And I said something along the lines of, you know, I don't regret leaving the community. It was just time for me to move on to.
I don't. First of all, let me correct you. I'm going to correct you. You never left. You never left the community. You left,
bro. Drunken warrior, drunken master, TommyC, already fucking popping off. We've already just started. This is based. Drunken rage.
Your crew, the community you're still in. You're still a commentator, dude. That's the truth. Yeah, you are. That's the truth.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like agree with that, but
bro, this Tipster is such a coper, dude. I don't have the clip to hand actually, but I fucking called it. I said this was the case. Basically, he covered Dr. Disrespect, and he came in from an angle. He came in from an angle of, oh, well, yeah, he was like mean to the gays, wasn't he? And look at this stuff that happened. And I said, when I watched it, I reckon he's doing that so he's got this plausible deniability where he can say, you know, oh, yeah, guys, I did it because it was politics, actually. But it wasn't. It was drama. He's back doing drama. And then there's a clip of him saying exactly that. Basically, that he's trying to justify it as politics over drama. So transparent, dude. Bro, just do drama. Why are you so fucking precious about it? Just fucking cover drama if you want to cover drama. Who cares, bro?
You're still doing drama? You're still talking about trending topics? You know, you might be doing gaming and whatever the fuck you do. And I've always said your retro stuff is fucking top notch. I mean, that's one of the reasons I liked you when I mentioned 2016.
Being nice.
But you never really left. Nobody leaves this shit. You left your crew. That's what bothered me. And it was my crew. You did me dirty, and then you did them dirty.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I don't understand that, and I forgave you.
Off depressed people.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, well, like I was gonna say is what I was telling Nick in a response on Twitter was something along the lines of like, I don't regret leaving, but I regret the way I left because like I would have liked to leave where we were still on good terms or whatever, but I obviously like dropped.
Oh, thank you. Yes, here we go. Here's the clip.
Do you think your Dr. Disrespect covers counts as drama? I mean, I suppose some people could see it that way. The main reason I decided to cover...
Bro, I suppose some people can see it that way.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Wait, is Hunter going through a second divorce? Kingston Hawk must be having a field day. Spade.
Same divorce.
Also, what
Same
the
divorce.
hell happened to Lolco Live? Joke
Thank
of the show.
you for the $5. I don't know about Lolco Live. Maybe we should catch up with that at some point. But thank you very much. Dude, this is like, bro, this reminds me of fucking Vaush defining water as aqua or whatever it was. It's like, it's drama. Everyone agrees it's drama.
Old Man Jenkins became a member. Old Man Jenkins celebrates 3 months of membership. His neck fat.
Okay, thank you for this membership. Bro, it's drama. That's it. Covering Dr. Disrespect in this context is 100% undoubtedly drama. Unless you want to get into some fucking autistic meta-analysis of what drama truly means. It's drama. That's it.
I mean, I suppose some people could see it that way. The main reason I decided to cover the Dr. Disrespect thing is because he was somebody that was, you know, in support of Nick Merckx when he came out with his, like, you know, anti-pride.
I mean, even that arguably is drama, but even if you accepted that, right? Okay, you covered it because of the politics, agenda, you know, the LGBT politics of him supporting Nick Merckx. Okay, you spoke about that for a bit, and then what did you cover? The drama of what happened with Dr. Disrespect of messaging this minor.
In schools, comments or whatever, like he supported Nick Merckx when he made those comments. And obviously, as a progressive, those are comments I disagree with. If you don't agree with me on that, dude, that's fine. But I'm not fond. I don't agree with those views, basically. So he was somebody who supported Nick Merckx in that, and he kind of like agreed with some of his like positions on that, which I obviously disagree with. A lot of the positions that Nick Merckx was pushing was kind of insinuating that, you know, queer people are like groomers and they're trying to groom kids into becoming gay or becoming trans. And if you know anything about that, you don't become.
Okay, well, anyway, let's not turn this drama stream into a politics stream right now, at least. Anyway. Also, gender stuff is like one of the most obnoxious form of politics. It's just like culture war slop, basically. At this level, talking about it like that. But anyway, putting that to one side, covering the Dr. Disrespect stuff was drama. Not some people could see it that way. It was covering drama. And obviously, as I said when I watched it, as Tipster is saying here, the whole point was to add a veneer of politics so that he could justify it as politics, because he said he's quitting drama, doesn't want to do drama anymore. Anyway.
Up the ball on that like tremendously.
You tried to connect them to the alt-right. How's that fucking possible? You're fucking Hispanic. They fucking took you in, despite me telling them not to. I like you. They literally took you in. Augie, Bobax. Fuck him now. I get that. Augie, Bobax, like everybody, they took you in. The only reason, I've been meaning to say this to you for years. You contacted me in 2016, right before BERATED, and we connected over a criticism of me working with Keemstar, right? Did I throw you away? Yeah. Did I?
Happy Goktober, Chud. Are you going to dress as a beautiful woman for the Halloween party this year, correct?
Fucking block you? Did I tell you to fuck off? No, I was like, all right, let's hear this. Let's check out your content. You know, we both got the retro gaming thing in common. And then you eventually were able to get a platform. You got 100,000.
Also, dude, yeah, I mean, look, the fact that someone being Hispanic, I think we all know, is not a deal breaker for the alt-right community, okay? It doesn't matter, because the thing is, they could take in a bunch of blacks and it wouldn't matter, right? Whatever the alt-right will and won't do. It's just absurd to say that people like Augie and you know, the commentary guys are alt-right. They're just not alt-right. Augie, I think, is probably the furthest on the right on like the political spectrum, but that's a product of him being like a conservative Christian guy, right?
Never got that. Like basically through my connections and me fucking seeing how cool you are. You know that, right?
Black would be a deal breaker for the alt-right. I don't think it is. Wasn't there some America First black guy that was piping up about that sort of thing? And, you know, I don't know. But I don't... Listen, we're not getting into fucking race politics either, okay? Let's just fucking...
I mean, I'm not saying you didn't do it yourself. I'm not saying you did. But, like, all that is because you were upset with me going to BERATED, even though it was nobody, I had nothing going on. I needed fucking money, the whole nine. That's where it started.
Oh, no. To be clear, like, I never had a problem with you going to BERATED. Like, if anything, I was like, yo, like...
If it was the popular thing to be right-wing, Tipster would be switching when it said... See, the thing is, I agree with you, but I think there's another reason beyond that, right? It's not about it being popular. It's about Tipster being able to find people that will respect him and like him.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I
Tipster
make money
craves
off
respect.
depressed people?
Also, Nick Merckx, when everything unfolded, disavowed Doc. Non-retards on both political sides had the correct take to disavow Doc.
Yes, I said that about Nick Merckx as well, dude. It's like people were so harsh on him, but he actually was fairly reasonable throughout. But yeah, Tipster just wants support from wherever he can get it. And obviously he felt that, you know, if he went to the progressive side, there'd be an easier ride there in terms of getting that respect, you know? So, because I remember there's like a video of him celebrating the Rittenhouse verdict. And it's just so wild to me to go from like celebrating the Rittenhouse verdict to what he is now. Obviously, people's politics change and their views change over time. but it just seems like he's just willing to, you know, to go down whatever political route he can to get respect in the easiest way possible, you know?
Get your bag. My thing was just like, at the time, I wasn't like the biggest like
Keemstar fan. Yeah.
So my thing was just like, just be careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're talking specifically,
all right. In fairness, yes, that was your position right there. That was your position.
Do what you
but
gotta
it started off. But the reason we got into the DMs is because you were critical, and then when we talked, it was like, yeah, look, get your bag. I get it. And I'm like, look, I think I remember something to the effect that I will stand up to him when I see fit.
Chud Nation.
But I mean, I'm sure, that's pretty much what it was. And then, you know, the whole Ian Miles Chung thing happened, and you took full and fucking advantage of that. Everybody embraced you. Fucking Augie embraced you. Bobax embraced you. Nick embraced you. And then 5 years later, okay, buddy, you're trying to trap them into some fucking anti-trans horse shit? I mean, what the fuck, dude? I don't get that.
Lots of scary things happen to Nick Merckx. Google Nick Curse to see more. Okay, dude.
Why? What did they do to you? You like me, like my whole thing is, right? Tips. Like I didn't, if you notice, I didn't jump on the train. Like, I don't know why you blocked me, because I wasn't I didn't do shit to you on Twitter. My whole thing was, they got what they deserved because you showed your fucking true colors 5 years ago. And I just accepted it, and you've never apologized. I know you apologized to Nick, and you said you regretted what happened with the whole Ian Miles Chung thing. And because, like, you know, it's one thing liking tweets about my kid starving, right? If you're not my friend. It's another thing if I was cool with you and you're trying.
Oh, I see. So if I'm understanding this correctly, then it's not even that they were like neutral. They were not friends. Friends for this sort of thing tends to be a bit gay, but they're like, or at least like on friendly terms, right? They're on amicable terms. And then it's like getting blindsided, right? You expect someone who doesn't like you to talk shit about you. But when it's someone who you think likes you or you like them and you're on good terms, and they're all of a sudden talking shit about your kids, you're like, what the fuck? It's the blindsiding that I think is more of a problem than the act itself, you know? Friends adjacent, acquaintance, online acquaintance, whatever you want to call it. But the basic point is, like, Tipster wasn't someone that hated Tommy and you would expect him to do that sort of thing.
Trying to suck up the Medicare's crew. Not directly Medicare, but that whole crew. So when you fucking turned on them,
I was never trying to like suck up to that.
It looked like it. No, I think if we went back, I think if we went back.
No, never.
You put out a tweet prior to the Ian Miles Chung incident happening, publicly telling everybody you were distancing yourself from me. Right? Even though I didn't do anything other than go against Medicare. So that's a little tough to believe.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't recall that.
You were fucking sucking their ass. You were riding high. And
well, Tommy is a fucking retard and deserves all the hate for him being friends with Chong. I mean, dude, this was before Chong became such a hardline rightoid culture warrior, and it's back when he was participating more in the Bloodsport stuff. And I think Tommy has more than accounted for what a fuck up he made, because he basically defended Ian Miles Chong on the basis that he hadn't swatted someone. And then the audio evidence came out. Like, I don't know, dude. It's like years and years ago at this point. You know, knowing that he's apologized for it or accounted for the fact he was totally wrong. I mean, that's about as best as you can hope for, you know?
That turned into a relationship with Augie, which turned into a fucking 100,000 subs and a plaque. I was never anything but nice to you. And after you did me fucking dirty and I figured out a way to survive it, I forgave you, even though you never came to me balls to bones and said, I am sorry. So why should I believe you? You didn't do shit to me on this whole Keffel thing. You didn't do a fucking thing to me. It was fucking Augie, Bobax, and Tipster you did it to. Right? Bobax, even though he's a fucking shit, right? He's still...
Why is Tipster even here? Who gives a fuck about breaking bread? Dude, I don't know, bro. I don't know how this conversation came about. It's just people were going on about it. I thought, we'll give it a watch. Is this Tipster trying to get back into the club? I don't know, dude. I can't imagine he's going to be able to because he's seen as such a joke. But then who knows? Bro, stranger things have happened.
Didn't deserve that at the time. So why should I believe you now? And I'm saying that honestly, not like trying to like get you. I'm like, why should you believe that now?
No, I mean, like, it's the same thing like I told like Nick or whatever. Like,
guys, I think I know what the situation is here. Tipster I don't think Tipster thinks he can get back into the clubhouse necessarily, which I think is a very gay way of looking at it. But anyway, I think he just feels that there's going to be a potential relenting if he comes and gives some of this ground. If he goes and speaks to TommyC and you know, takes his lumps for what happened years ago. Maybe Nicholas won't do a Tipster bully stream or a Tipster fucking review segment or something. Not that I think he's done one for a while. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I think he just wants the constant attention and A-logging and shit to stop. But he doesn't want to say, please stop doing that. So this is his way of doing it so that, you know, it's like he presents himself as such an even more wretched figure that people aren't going to do it anymore. I don't know. That's my guess. That's the kind of way that I think people like Tipster's mind work. It's like, oh, I've got an opportunity to not be as hated here. That's my guess.
I own up the fact that like I definitely made mistakes over the course of the past like year and a half.
You sound like Bobax.
But like I don't expect.
You sound like you realize you sound like Bobax right now, right? On Augie's show the other day.
What do you mean?
Because we saw Bobax and he was just like, yeah, you're right, I'm wrong about having. He didn't forgive he doesn't.
But the difference between like Boblax is I feel like Boblax was just trying to like, you know, find some way to save his own ass. And like,
I feel like that's you, except growing
in this community.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth in that. But I feel like that's like you, except you were trying to get into the community. What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like you fucked me over to get in good with any community that would take you in, and it just happened to be mine. Well, it's fucking ironic. And I was never nice to you. You made a public tweet distancing yourself from me. You have never apologized for you, and I decided to forgive you. And then 5 years later, you're basically saying Nick, Augie, and even Bobax for that matter, are adjacent to fucking alt-right people. We worked with you. You know how careful we were. You know how we don't fucking like racist assholes. You knew that. You knew that about us. You were in. And I think what happened to you is you got sick of fucking getting optics checked, just like Bobax. And you started to resent the people that were helping you.
Yeah, I've got a like, look. I don't really care about this old drama personally, okay? Tommy probably does because it's personal to him or something, fine. But I'm not really, like, whatever. So he's a fucking dickhead years ago, whatever, right? I think that what's more interesting to me is what he's talking about now, which is this idea that, yes, he didn't like getting optics checked. And the narrative that, you know, Tipster has created is this idea that, oh, I left the commentary community because it was toxic or something like that, where obviously he didn't like the fact that he was constantly getting scrutinized and the respect levels were dropping, you know, significantly. And he didn't like the fact that he would constantly do stupid shit and get called out for it. So he moved to a community where the nature of his stupid shit would probably be, you know, glazed over a bit or something. Oh, hey, Lumpy Willie. Stop being a... You're not going to get me. I know your game now. The one guy.
Yeah. That's what...
Also, he's drunk, so I think it's probably also having an impact on his thought process, I'd imagine.
I think. And you can respond now.
I mean... I don't know if I, like, maybe I'm misremembering something, but I don't know if I ever said all you guys were alt-right adjacent. I know that I was asked that question.
You better fucking hope that's not the case, because I don't got the shit in front of me, but they'll find it.
I know that.
I don't have it in front of me, but so they'll find it. I'm sure. Bro, what is going on, dude? That's a crazy statement. So you don't even know what was said, and you're speaking so well, obviously, presumably because he's had a couple of fucking beers. But that's just a crazy thing to say. Tommy is not wrong, though. Sure, it could be that he's right, but he doesn't know that he's right. He's just, you know, he's firing off shit, and then hoping people will back him up afterwards. Like, if you want to challenge someone on something, you should at least have it, you know, in front of you, or... I mean, it's, you know, sometimes something might come up, right? Something might come up that you're not aware of and you can't possibly be prepared for that to come up. So you're like, okay, well, I don't know it exactly. Or, you know, maybe you couldn't find something because it's lost media or something like that. I don't know. But he's the one that's bringing up this claim about the alt-right thing. Why not? Why not just fucking have it in front of you if you want to talk about that?
I was asked that question specifically about Augie, and I said yes because of some of the people he associated with. But I don't think I ever said that about
not Nick.
Like
Well,
Nick,
we'll
for
see.
example.
Okay, I can't get you because I don't remember. I don't know, but I felt like it was a community thing. I didn't feel like it was just like Augie or Nick or what have you.
Because I do remember on what was it? It was the Michael Alberto stream. I was specifically asked that by Aiden about whether I thought that about Augie. And I said, I think that he's alt-right adjacent because some of the people he engages with. But I don't think I ever said that, like, definitely not Nick, for example. Yeah. I don't have any reason to believe that.
Nick used to be right-wing and now he's left. I mean, you know that. You knew that at the time. That's half the reason we got in a fucking fight, because we couldn't put our fucking politics and act like fucking grown-ups. Both of us, by the way, not just me, not just him. I just like, I don't know, man. Like, my whole thing with the recent fucking Capitals thing, I don't really give a fuck what your sexuality is. I don't give a fuck who you support. I don't care if you're a leftist. I really don't. I don't. Right? But it's just, it felt like you were trying to get us through her.
Oh, here we go.
Because she was riding high. Actually, you kind of got her on the dip, to be honest with you. And, you know, as far as like trans stuff, even Augie like moved more towards the center as time went on. I just feel like you were trying to tie us up with somebody. I don't fucking hate trans people. I just don't want to say the fucking pronouns. I don't want to be told what to fucking do.
Wait, hang on a sec. Is that, well, dude, I don't know what Augie's exact views are. But yeah, I thought, well, maybe he was a bit more accepting or something, maybe, but he was always pretty, like, right-wing on the whole topic, right? I mean, to be honest, that's kind of based, but I mean, I don't really... I probably agree with Augie more than ever before, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't know, dude. This isn't really that big a deal.
And I think they feel the same way. Probably less Nick than any of them. And I think Nick fucking targeted you 4 years for a week because you broke his fucking heart. And he's not going to say...
Oh, here we go. Augie has trans friends, but also says the demonic, so I'd say center. Okay, fair enough.
Say that, but I will. You broke his heart. So how, like, I understand, like, everything you said about Wax is 100% legit. And I, by the way, I did retweet one of your tweets or said, or took a picture of it and said, you are everywhere. You have no reason to fucking take him in. He did you fucking dirty. He teased you for months.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do
I didn't fucking have a problem.
Wait, what did he just say?
Tommy is a Japanese soldier hiding in the jungles, unaware that the war on BreadTube has been over for 10 fucking years. Hang it up, old man.
Well, you say that, Stylo, but I've actually got a funny BreadTube video to watch next, although I think it is an indication of the fumes of BreadTube rather than the strength of it. Some dude with some funny takes. We'll get to it, okay? But anyway, what was it said? Thank you for the 333.
4 years for a week because you broke his fucking heart. And he's not going to say that, but I will. You broke his heart. So how... Like,
it's a very gay way of putting it. It's a very old-fashioned gay way of putting it, right? But I think what TommyC's getting at is, like, you know, Tipster backstab people, I guess. I just, the way... the thought of Nicholas Diorio heartbroken because of Tippy.
Like, I understand, like, everything you said about Wax is 100% legit. And I, by the way, I did retweet one of your tweets or said or took a picture.
Like, what he's trying to get across is, you know, you behaved in a way that was like backstabby or snaky or something like that, right? Heartbreak suggests a lot more wonderful. Deep emotional feeling, which I just don't think was present.
Depressed people.
Nick caresses a framed picture of Tipster at night and sighs, dreaming of what could have been.
Cool, Nick, he's crying. No, it's this meme, isn't it? Remember this one? The Wolverine one. Dude, why can't I open it? Wait, what? They made it in the movie? Oh, wait, Hugh Jackman recreated it. Oh my god! Guys, look! Hugh Jackman recreated it! Soy! Oh my god, dude, no way! Oh my god, it's just like in the thing. Dude. Why? It's downloading it for some reason. That's weird. Anyway, you get the gist. You know the one I'm talking about. This is the real life version. Anyway, I don't think there was heartbroken. That seems absurd. I think it was just more likely that it was snaky and backstabby, right? Something like that.
Picture of it and said, you were everywhere. You have no reason to fucking take him in. He did you fucking dirty. He teased you for months. You know, I didn't fucking have a problem with it when he...
Yeah, I think Edgar's got a point. He's literally just being Italian about it. It's like when Michael Corleone kisses Fredo. Oh, I know that scene. Yeah. You are my brother, Fredo. That one. And he's, yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
We're here for you, Nick, if you need a shoulder to cry on. Broken
I know
heart.
it was you, Fredo. I know it was you. Something like that. Thank you for the $10. We're here for you, Nick. Yeah, Nick, if you're Nicholas, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on about Tippy breaking your heart, you're always welcome on my stream to do so, okay?
He was doing it, but I would have a problem with it if he tried to come back to you and unblocked you all of a sudden. I get why you think that's bullshit. How are you different than Bobax?
I can't carry the cringe, but I can carry you.
At the end of the day, if like that's your perception of me, I'm not here to change it. I just
why not? Why not?
That.
Like why not?
Oh
why not? Why, don't give me a fucking political line.
Bro, Tipster just like unfurling himself as the doormat for Tommy. That's so cringe, dude. That's so cringe. I'm not going to argue with you. Just walk over me, Tommy.
Why are you different? Tell me from the heart.
I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Dude, I'm okay. Do you know what the problem is as well with this, right? I'm too irony poisoned. I'm too irony poisoned for genuine expressions of sentiment on the internet. I can't engage with them. My brain is fried. I literally can't. Okay, it's too much for me.
Do you see me as just like we weren't real friends or something like that because it was on the internet and we never stood in front of each other and everybody's content?
No,
do you see it that way?
When we were friends, I genuinely did consider you a friend. To be honest, like even with like the recent stuff, I didn't have an issue with you personally.
You still blocked me. You still blocked me.
Well, I was just gonna say why. I didn't really want to engage with this like community all that much, obviously. And then what upset me personally was when you used the fact that you had me as a friend on Discord to drag me into a call on Lolcal Live.
Oh my god, dude! You cannot be serious. Bro, imagine being a YouTuber and getting upset by stuff like that. That is the most pathetic, wretched shit I've ever heard. Or you drag me into a Discord. Come on, dude. Who fucking cares about that? That's just content. That's content and normal shit.
And admittedly, it's a stupid thing.
Did you hold on a second.
Okay, it makes it stupid, I guess.
Did you block me before or after that? Be honest.
It was after.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. We were trying to... You know what? I have no problem with that. If that's true, I have no problem with that. You know why? We were trying to exploit you. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
Base.
For sure. All right, fair enough.
Base.
All right.
Wait, no. No, not fair enough, Tommy. No, I disagree. Yes, if you're a lolcow, consider yourself ready to get exploited. Bro, we all exploit each other left, right, and centre. We're constantly exploiting each other. That's the way it goes. Yes, someone is having a bad turn and you want to exploit them for content. That's based.
I'm gonna concede on that one. But it's just like
you and me were cool. We still talked about like video games and shit.
Not since Keffels. We didn't talk about shit
disagree.
after that.
No, I remember we talked about the Polymega. That was one of the last conversations we had. And that was after Keffels.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
no. Okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie. No, that's all right.
But yeah, we
because you know what my feeling was. But you know what my feeling was. It's not exactly good for you. My feeling.
Oh, I heard a bit about this.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Who was more heartbroken, Nick, over being betrayed by Big Tip or you after losing out on that 18-year-old?
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank you, Lumpy Willie. Appreciate it. Thank you for that
it's
question.
It's going to be like my parents getting divorced all over again when you burn the bridge with Tommy.
That was a great super chat, though. Piglington, thank you for the $3. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Was fuck those guys. They're the ones that fucking kept you in to begin with. So if you're going to fuck them over, I told them you're no fucking good years ago. That's how I felt. So I didn't have that. Like, I forgave you. So why do I got to get...
Yeah, what I was going to say before I was interrupted by that very, intrusive and rude super chat. Thank you again, Lumpy Willie. Was I hear that Lyrics is getting content, dude. Apparently, Augie is streaming at the same time Lyrics normally streams. And from what I understand, Lyrics is changing the time of his stream, or even did he end a stream because Augie went live? Did I hear that correctly? Like, obviously, it sucks, but you can't do that. You've got to just keep moving forward with your content. You know, if you start trying to finagle your way around other people's schedules, you know, from the start, I've always just gone live at the time that suits me best. You got to have some reasonable, okay, well, if there's like everyone else streaming, you know, you got to obviously be aware of that and you know, not stream at like the complete inopportune moment, but you've also got to stream at a time that suits you. And if you find if you have a stream that suits you, you've got to just go ahead with that and keep going, even if other people are going live. You're like, yeah, you're setting yourself up to be a waiting room for someone else if you don't just go live with your stream when you're ready, you know?
I'm mad at you now. You do shit to me. You did shit to me years ago and I'm over it. See, kind of the same way I feel about Bobax now.
Yeah. But no, like,
if you block me for that, I get it. We were definitely trying to use you for sure.
No, I think in hindsight, I think it was like a really stupid reason to block you. Honestly, it's just like I could have easily just like, you know, not responded to that call, and then afterwards talk to you like that was pretty fucked.
You could have called me during the.
Yeah. Also, the other thing as well is if you stream at the same time as another stream of a similar topic, often people will watch both and they'll just tune in to whichever one's covering the most interesting thing for them at a given time. Obviously, you do lose viewers if other streamers of a similar nature are streaming. It's just, you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life worrying about when other people are streaming. You're just going to become a waiting room. And that's like shit, basically.
Fucking Kevil shit and say, I feel differently about things now. I'm not saying you're gonna tell your sexuality and shit, but you're like, you can say like, this is something I believe in. I'm a socialist. What the fuck ever? What do I care if you're a socialist? You know me long enough. All I'm trying to do is make people laugh and get rewarded for it and get a donation. That's fucking it. That's all I've ever fucking done. And you know what? Yeah. I have not done it the easy way, and I have not done it by walking the fucking line and doing the most trending topic thing. I did it the way I thought. I don't believe it anymore. Howard Stern did it. He did what he believed. That's the way I've always fucking done it.
Yeah. Yeah, ultimately, like, my thing is, like, obviously, like, when it comes to, like, our political views and stuff like that, like, we don't align and whatnot.
We used to. We used to. We used to.
Own the fact.
We used to.
No, I mean, I've always been pretty left-wing. It's obviously not as much as now.
But you were okay with fucking...
I just wasn't vocal about it. I didn't...
Well, you were okay. You were okay with fucking Medicre's crowd at the time, at the time that they were the most right-wing. You had no problem pandering to them at my expense. And you know what I was doing at the end of the day? I was sticking up for crowd who deserved it. And I'm glad I did. Even though I took a huge L, lost subs, the whole fucking nine. Keemstar waiting to swoop in on me, saying I starved my kid. And I'm the one that got you noticed to begin with.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I got to be honest with you. Look.
Tommy's very
I did that somebody, I have trouble sleeping at night.
It's the Italian. He's Italian, right? Like, he's got an Italian background, yeah? Italian-Irish or something.
Not because it's like the worst thing in the world to do, but just because like fucking I was cool with you. I don't get that. I don't understand. And that's why I say like, it's almost the old Medicare. I don't think he feels this way anymore because I get the feeling that cancer's changed his views on a few things. And I used the Ralph thing as evidence. The way he talked to Ralph and he didn't totally bury him when he could have. Like, do you really, like, I have trouble believing that you don't see everything as a means to an end. I want to like be proven wrong or something, or like sort of like what just happened with the blocking over the lockout thing. That's legit, right? Like,
no,
how do I know this isn't different now? How do I know you? Like, how do I know you're not going to be ultra
Irish? Dude, I don't know why I thought. I always get like Irish American and Italian Americans mixed up.
Weaselly Little Liar Dude became a member. Weaselly Little Liar Dude celebrates 7 months of membership. A milestone haiku. ChudLogic streams fair. Voices clash, yet truth prevails. In the chat, we share.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Weezy Little Liar, for the membership. Appreciate it. I think the problem is that obviously Irish Americans and Italian Americans lived in very similar close communities, so as they've all blended into each other and they've all influenced each other or something like that. Dude, I don't fucking know, bro.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely. Well, like I see, like for example, like a lot of people saying this is like my return to the community. It's like no, I'm not returning to the community. I'm still kind of doing my own thing. It's just a matter of like I'm just tired of like I don't see the value in continuing to have like a feud like with you guys. And I can acknowledge that I didn't perfectly handle the way that I left the community. Yeah,
Okay,
I kind of like.
But how do I make money off depressed
people? Thank you for the £2. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. I need to see what Tippy's saying about coming back.
It's like no, I'm not returning to the community. I'm still kind of doing my own thing. It's just a matter of like I'm just tired of like I don't see the value in continuing to have like a feud like with you guys. And I can acknowledge that I didn't perfectly handle the way that
Oh, yes. Okay, dude, he's not saying as much, but this is him admitting that he doesn't like the A-logging. But he's saying it because he can't just he can't just come out and say, I don't like the fact that you guys spend so much time shitting on me. So he's presenting it as like a feud, right? When it's not a feud, it's just you act like a retard sometimes and people like mocking you. That's it. There's no feud there. It's just, you know, it's just making money and entertaining content out of you doing dumb shit.
I left the community. Yeah, I kind of like, I fucked up and I can own that. Like, that's my thing is like, I didn't come into this call to argue with you or try to
why, I'm not, look, I don't think I'm arguing with you. I'm asking questions.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm asking questions.
Of course not.
Why did you resent us because of the way the community turned out? I mean, I didn't like it either. I was bitching about it in 2019. This is the year of the pedo. Remember that whole thing? I was bitching about it then. That was a year we were good by then.
I mean, you and I had conversations about that.
I hated it. I hated it.
We missed the old days of drama when it was like
over
making fun of people
or some
fighting over shit. Like stupid shit or whatever, or like girls photoshopping their like Instagram pictures and stuff. Like that's when it was fun.
Well, I'm looking at your stuff now. I'm looking at your stuff now. It's all political. So
yeah.
Do you really?
Wait, no, what? No, it's not, TommyC. There's two Dr. Disrespect videos right there. Also, political. He's talking about Dragon Age, the Veil Guard. But dude, that's culture war slop. That is, you know, arguably drama, if you don't want to call it drama. At the very least, it's culture war slop. I mean, some of this is politics, certainly. Some of it is like, you know, talking about Trump and the debate and stuff like that. But that's a cover. That's a cover. That's a guise. The way he talks about stuff is not from a... What political analysis or views has fucking Tipster got? He's covering this very much from the angle of drama, you know, and that sort of commentary. It's politically themed drama, most of this stuff. Some of it you could argue is stronger politics, but all of this is about having a cover for talking about drama in a way that he thinks is going to prevent people talking shit about him.
I'm looking at your stuff now. It's all political. So
yeah.
Do you really think you're the guy to be doing this, though? Be honest.
Ooh.
You're entitled to do it. I'm not saying you're not entitled to do it. You weren't the most politically astute person I ever met. I'm not saying I am. Oh,
yes, Tommy.
But I always thought I was a little better than you in this department, at least as far as just like knowledge, history, the whole nine. Might be because I'm older. I don't know. I mean, you might have really strong feelings about this, but I know you weren't anti-Trump. I mean, you have every right to be anti-Trump. I'm not telling you not to be. But, like, is this really you? I guess that's what I'm asking. Is this you? Is this really you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it always you?
That's what I'm saying. Is like, I've always been.
No, it's not. This is not Tipster at all. This is the content he does to simultaneously try and avoid getting scrutinized by commentary people, because I think he'd not be interested if he's talking about Trump or something, whilst also placating and appealing to a certain sector of the audience that he feels is going to give him an easier ride, essentially, right? That's the reality of this. What unique political insights does Tipster have? Like, it's just complete cope, dude.
and like left wing, I just never.
Yeah, but a lot of left wingers
Because
during
you got to remember, like a lot of people, especially in like the commentary space, like their whole thing was like, do not talk about politics because like you're just going to cut your audience in half. You're going to alienate half your audience.
And which you did.
And so that's why I kind of like kept it to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That was
to get along.
like not
To get.
I don't even know if this is true. I'm pretty sure that Tipster did have political takes. I vividly remember, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I vividly remember watching some Instagram story or something when he was acting all smug about Carl Rittenhouse getting off on self-defense. Which, I guess, you know, you could be progressive and still celebrate that sort of thing. You know, but it seems like a little bit of an odd thing to do, to pivot so hard to this while having previously done that. Thank you for the sub. I'm fairly certain that this isn't the case, and I think that Tipster was never this hardliner progressive back when he was in the commentary community. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know, dude. I feel like it's a pivot towards more progressive stuff rather than it being he always thought that and just didn't say anything.
Along with us, who were seen as publicly right wing. I mean, it's like
no, it wasn't that. It was more from an audience perspective of like, you don't talk about that stuff because you're literally going to cut your audience in half. That's what like was always like nailed.
So why did you go so hard Keffels? That doesn't make any sense. So why did you go so hard on Keffels? So pro Keffels, who turned out to be a crook, by the way.
I mean, I'm not here to argue like in defense of Keffels or anything like that.
I didn't ask you to. Well, you went hard for her. That's a fact. I didn't ask you to argue in defense. You didn't fucking rip anybody off. I'm well aware of that, but you did defend her, and you went in with Keffels. It did feel like I'm jumping on a new bandwagon. I mean, honestly, Tipster, I'm going to tell you flat. I think you're apolitical. I think you always were. I don't think you're left. I don't think you're right. I think you're apolitical.
Yeah.
And I think this was.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty fair observation. I think this is probably true. I don't think he was ever super hardcore politically minded. And this is like a pivot to, appeal to a certain component.
I mean, that's the way I feel. That's
the way you feel, and that's fine. But like, that's not right.
I never had these conversations. The only thing you ever got fucking charged up about since I known you was, I remember this conversation. What was his name? Not Billy Mitchell, the other fucking asshole, Todd Rogers. Right?
Tommy's hearing this like, yes, I finally beat BreadTube. He's finally getting the battle against BreadTube he's longed for.
Because I remember having this conversation, boy, I bet Billy's next. And you were like, he is next. And he was. He was. Whether he did it or not, I don't want to get you sued. But
whoa,
he was.
There's a little spider on my head. Did you see that?
You know, so it's tough to believe.
Bro, I'm turning to Asmongold. There was like a spider just went across my head. What the fuck? No! Did you see it? It was like a tiny little fucking spider. There was definitely a spider that just crawled across my head. The bugs are on my skin. I felt something on my skin.
Believe that this is all coming from your heart. Like, I haven't, well, maybe because you're not that much younger than me. Fucking, I haven't changed that much. I didn't change. The only thing I changed politically is when I went to Iraq.
Shot from the point, bitch.
I don't know, man. It's very difficult for me to believe that you're not. I mean,
that's fair. Like, ultimately, like, you're free to have whatever opinion about it or you want. But, like, no, like, I just think my interests have changed.
I think Tipster's, like, apolitical. I think that's a good way of putting it. I think the way I look at it is it's like he uses I feel like he's always used the politics that he's got or some sort of professed politics he's got as a tool to further, curry favor with whatever group he's trying to at the moment. When he was in commentary, celebrating the Rittenhouse verdict would have, people would have liked that. Now he's on the progressive side, pumping out shit about how Trump's bad and trans people are based. That is going to be appealing to that dynamic,
And so as a result of that, my content reflects that.
Well, am I going to see a fucking video in 3 months that's like Germany adjacent because it's getting more views? Because you're not getting the views you used to.
That's what? Sorry, I didn't.
And that's Germany adjacent.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Quarter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Quarter, yeah.
Not.
No, I doubt it. But I'll tell you why. It's because I would guess now that he's in with a community that doesn't give him that much grief, that doesn't give him that much shit, as long as he says Trump bad, trans rights, and so on and so on and so on. So I don't think that he's going to move to that direction, because how that's not going to benefit him from his goal, which in my perspective is to just have a community that doesn't scrutinize him that much, and it's just an easy life, and he can just, you know, be loved by people because he says trans rights, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like he's found that exactly Nerdsworth.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how
found
do
the
I
little hug box
money
echo chamber.
off
He's going to
depressed
stick to
people?
this. That's
The
my guess.
Catboy Ranch was Tipster's personal Iraq.
Okay, thank you for the 333.
Me and Jeremy are on the complete like.
Yeah, but there was a
opposite side.
time when you weren't.
No, I don't think it's about money. I don't think Tipster cares that much about money from this because he's got like a regular job. I think he just comes online and he wants to belong. He wants to be liked. He wants to be respected. He doesn't want to have all of his actions scrutinized and endlessly dissected and looked at, you know? Yeah, like he wants friends. He wants online friends that are just going to be nice to him, you know? Like, yeah, social validation. See, chat, you know, you're giving all the right answers. You're giving the right answer on this. This is exactly what it is, as far as I can tell. So, yeah, that's my view on it.
There was a time when you weren't. And by the way, you did go to work back in the day. One of the things I always liked about you is, and I don't think you're like this anymore either, you didn't give a shit why somebody lost their channel.
And,
whether it was...
And yes, an ego grift, not a financial grift. Yes. Yes.
Left, right, or in between. You cared that they lost their channel. You cared about censorship, right? And that's not necessarily a left or right issue. You fucking follow the line. Now, I think you'll be okay with a right winger getting banned.
I think I have a bit more of a nuanced perspective on it.
Bro. Okay. Like, obviously, as you can probably tell, I thought it was a bit gay earlier, okay? But I think Tommy now is really nailing Tipster here. Like, he's really getting him on these points. I think he's really, you know, showing him up here. So, yeah, I do agree that Tommy did do a good job, based on what I'm seeing in this part, at least.
I think I have a bit more of a nuanced perspective on it, where like I'm not like super on board with like deplatforming or whatever, but like if somebody's using their platform for things that cause like real world harm, then like
oh, he's gonna say it.
And yes. That wasn't your fucking.
I mean,
view
obviously
back in the
it's subjective.
Yeah, but
well, what is your definition of real world harm? Because if your definition of real world harm is someone's feelings get upset, well, that gives you a whole fucking amount of people to ban because they're upsetting people's feelings.
That's not what you didn't care back in the day. Now you do.
Yes.
Correct, Tommy. 100% subjective. Free speech is what it was about. That's what you were about. Mm-hmm. You were 100% about free speech. Something I always respected about you.
Wanting to have online friends and not hang out with other backstabbing tosses is a grift. It is if you want to be public facing and make content, okay? If you just want to go and privately make friends with people and hang out with them, everyone is able to do so. You're able to do that. But Tipster also wants to have a public facing persona, right? That's the difference, right? It's not just the fact that he wants to have friends online. Everyone wants to have people that like them and like them back. It's wrapping it up in this public spectacle in a channel, putting takes out there.
So I don't know. Like, here's my fear. I'm going to be just completely, totally honest with you. That Nick is going to, because Nick's picks at Bowbacks right now. You're going to use this opportunity to come back, and hopefully everybody forgets all the other shit, and you know, you get your channel back in order. Because, like, I guess fucking.
Listen, call me crazy. I think that ship has sailed. I do not think that Nicholas is going to be helping Tipster. I think this is more of a sort of convenience thing, a funny thing. I don't know if Tipster is going to be able to like come back in the clubhouse, so to speak, and end up getting helped. Because on what? Oh, hey guys, I've just put my 10th video out about how trans people are based, and I think Trump's bad. Like, what were you supposed to do with that?
She's not coming back.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Tippy wants to eat his cake and have it too. Unfortunately, he's been eating way too much cake.
Thank you for the $5. Also, does Tipster even want to come back? I think Tipster is seeing this as a way, as I say, of reducing attention and people shitting on him from the commentary side. But I think he's quite comfortable in his little hug box with his lefty mates. I don't think he's looking to come out of that. Why would he? Oh, you can stay in your little hug box of trans lefty mates and that stay there and be happy and not have to worry too much about getting scrutinised. Or you can come out of that, out of your warm bath, and you can come back into people constantly mocking and scrutinising you and looking at all of your actions. What do you want to do? Like, obviously, he's not. I don't think he's going to want to do that.
Keffels, you couldn't support. Well, you could, I suppose, but I mean, it's not the future. You know that. If Trump wins, well, actually, you're probably better off staying left. You're better off staying the opposite wing of whoever's in power. That's always the smart move, because I started to see a move towards the left in 2017. Shocking. You just did it before. You should have stayed on the right until Trump got elected. That would have been a smarter move.
But I'm not in it for like a grift or anything like that. These are like views that I genuinely have, and so my content reflects those views.
Yeah, Spencer Howard said it perfectly earlier. It's not like a financial grift. Tipster's not saying these things because he thinks it's going to make him money, right? He's saying these things because he wants to please the people that he's currently associating with. And they're the people that have probably told him these things, all the trans and progressives and shit that he hangs about with now. I said Tipster would earn my respect if he comes on stream and watches the video of him saying that Chris Tyson Shabman drawing with braces is an adult Delphine archetype. That's a crazy take.
I don't believe you.
And I can tell you don't believe that, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm not here to... I'm not here to destroy you. I am totally here to understand. I think I've been really fair because you've seen me over the years. You know my content, right? I usually would start screaming at somebody like you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I was here to take my lumps, and that's what I'm here to do. You know?
Are you taking your lumps just to get back in?
No, I don't. I don't want back in. I've made that really clear. Like, even the few interactions we've had that I've had with Nick or whatever, like I can own that I fucked up and I treated you guys poorly. Like I can 100% take accountability for that.
Well, yeah. What about those left wing Nazi? What about those left wing Nazi commies? Are they going to fucking be okay with that? Because as far as they're concerned, we're killing fucking Jews in the Holocaust. Are you going to be okay with that? Because I got to be honest with you, I don't think your side is all that forgiving. I think our side's a little more forgiving. I mean, when I say our side, I don't mean the right.
Okay, but the thing is, what Tommy's missing here is
money off depressed people.
Chud, Nicholas just ended Blau's Black's Godfather 2 style, and as his body is sinking, Tipster wants back on the boat while Nick is hitting him with the oar, both to be left in the lake.
An Austrian Pater, thank you for the 333. Well, Tommy is missing the wood for the trees here, okay? He's getting hyper fixated once again on his fucking culture war, Nazi commie narrative, right? It's a lot simpler than that. And he doesn't... The reason that the lefties are not going to do... Okay, yes, commentary people or whatever group are more forgiving, but if you're just willing to repeat and say and be an ally to the fucking lefties, they don't care. They don't care about, minor indiscretions. What they would care about is if Tipster came out and said something anti-trans or something like that. That's the kind of thing they're going to be concerned with. And by all accounts, I don't think Tipster's going to do that. As long as Tipster keeps just saying Trump bad, trans rights, Trump bad, trans rights. Yeah, I don't think that they're really going to care that much about it. And they're certainly not going to care about him speaking to the commentary people. Particularly when I think it's pretty obvious the context here. He just wants a bit of a fucking release from all the shit that he gets from the commentary people.
I mean, the comment or whatever this click is. Because I forgave you. I forgave you when you did me dirty. And I was nothing but nice to you. Fucking loved you, bro.
Yeah.
And I know we're not, when I say I loved you, I mean more content. Like we're not more the best fucking friends in the world even before that. I'm not trying to fake this shit. But I loved you. I fucking
Tommy, put the beers down, mate. Come on. This is going too far now, isn't it?
Loved it. And then I fucking sucked up my pride. And I just, you should apologize. You really should have apologized to me over emails, Chunk. I'm a fucking decent father. I'm not the best in the world, but I didn't let my kid fucking starve. My wife called me up and said the babysitter, who, by the way, called every fucking day at that point and said my son was sick to the point where, like, if he just sniffled. And she called me, and she was closer walking distance than I was. said, well, she's choking because you wanted me to walk over there. And I didn't want to do it because it was my day off. It was my day to stream with Dave. So I told her, you go pick him up. Oh, by the way, he's 8 now. He didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I just think this is too much information. Like, I'm just going to assume that TommyC is a good dad. I don't need all the information about it, okay? Yes, obviously, it was unreasonable for Tipster to do that. But how long ago was this again? It's like, bro, come on. I think he was on better grounds, criticizing him on the basis of his, like, you know, what I consider to be a kind of disingenuousness around the political stuff. You know, this is just like, okay, yes, he was shitty to you and liked to tweet that said you're a bad father. There we go, move on.
Bad dad. I couldn't do that. You know what? I'm not the best, but I'm not a fucking bad dad. And you were okay to cash on that.
Here's what I'll say, Tommy. I was way out of line for that.
Oh, no,
and I thought I apologized to you for that.
No,
Clearly
you apologized to Nick. You never apologized to me.
But I'm going to do it now. And I mean it. I'm sorry. I should have never did that to you. Dude. I knew you were a good father to your kids.
Oh.
And I should have never fucking done that to you. And I genuinely am sorry for that.
The way that Tommy just takes another slurp of beer as well, bro, is perfect. That is brilliant. The way look at that, man. Another little guzzle.
Knew you were a good father to your kids.
Oh my
and I
God,
should have
dude.
never fucking done that to you. And I genuinely am sorry for that.
I appreciate it. I'll take it.
The little swig.
I'm not.
I said I can own.
Get some down, you Tommy.
I treated you guys bad, and the way that I left, even though I don't regret leaving, I can.
I bro, is it just me or does it sound like Tippy's on the verge of tears as well? Fucking hell, dude. This is going somewhere. I don't know if I like it.
Leaving. I get leaving. If my soccer thing took off, I'm fucking gone. I'm doing this once a week. Because the pedo shit drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. It's like, what did I get in this for? And I'm talking about fucking age of consent shit every week. I get that. 100%. 100% I get where you're coming from there. But you had to fucking fuck us over to get in with her. And she's a rotten person. I never did you that dirty.
Oh.
Yeah, I made fun of you. But I mean, everybody gets it in the ass. Like, fucking Nick's fat, you're fat, I'm fat. Everybody's fucking getting goofed on. You can't fucking get mad at us for that. Everybody's getting in the ass at all times. And here's the upside. We get paid.
Okay. That was a very drunken, emotional outburst from Tommy there. But I do see where he's coming from. I do actually see his point, right? Like, he's talking, like, yes, obviously, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? He's pointing out the fact that old Tippy is, you know, associating with Keffels, right? Despite the fact that I mean, you know, it feels like we've talked about this so much at this point. It's kind of like been said about 20 million times already. But yeah, I think he's just highlighting that, you know, you're getting with someone who is also bad. But then you miss the point that it doesn't matter as long as you say the right thing all the time. And so far, Tips has done that and will probably continue to do that.
I don't get that, man. I don't fucking get that.
Nick's cheeks equals greased. Wait, what?
And you liked me because the reason you watched me is because I fucking punched up all the fucking time, no matter
Thank you for the $2. Yes, we're enjoying the tip tent.
What it cost me.
Yeah.
I stuck up for you. I fucking forgave you without the apology, and I still stuck. Motherfucker, man. Yeah, so you're right, chat. Some of this is beer, but I mean every word of it. You're right.
Chat
I would have blown him up.
Chat knows, bro. Chat knows. Based chat knows.
But I fucking mean everything. I don't understand. Blowbacks, I get it to some extent because I think is like if you watch Open Folders, which by the way you were involved with, by the way, like I get because you can see the pattern. The pattern is the same. And Nick said it's not the same. He's not the same guy he was. That's true. He's just open folders, and whatever's going on in his fucking life is like an overdrive. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. Well, I don't know. I don't want to fucking just yell at you. I want to enjoy myself. It's my fucking birthday, bro. What's up?
Dude,
Can I ask a couple
Sure.
of
No,
questions?
sure, Jeannie.
Oh no, Jeannie.
By the way, Tips. This is my new producer. She's doing a great job. Matt kind of moved on. I don't know if you know that, Tips.
This is not beating the commentary is T channels from men allegations.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Matt moved on. Here you go. Here's Jeannie. Go ahead. Ask him.
Yeah. So first question is, can you lay out directly how Bo Blacks backstabbed you?
I wouldn't use the term backstab.
Here we
My
go.
thing that I was communicating in that email was that Nick had mentioned on one of his streams that Bo Blacks did like this double speak mixed signals thing where he would like tell someone that he was like cool with them or whatever, but then he would like turn around and say something different to other people.
Has he just got another beer? Is that another beer? Okay, let's go. Based.
And the examples that I gave, I actually tweeted them out. Is
Bro, look at his face. He's so drunk, dude. It's so oh my god, bro. Pull this up 30 seconds, okay.
Is Days Gone worth it? I feel like it's like it had the potential of being really good, but it's really clunky and kind of meh.
Well, I mean, it's painfully obvious that my accusation of Jeremy being a social climber is right there. There's no principle there. He's begging Meta to make a video on him because he thinks he can pry a few subs off. I mean, that's clear as day.
No, what are you talking about?
Bro, what the fuck, dude? What is dude? This title as well. What does TommyC think about Days Gone? Full video game review. Oh my god, dude. So based. So based.
First of all, there was like a time he DM'd me. He's like, by the way, if anybody ever reaches out to you and tells you like,
There's nothing wrong with getting drunk on stream if you want to get drunk on stream. I personally don't do it. And if someone would say to me, Chud, should I get drunk on stream? I'd say, no, you shouldn't get drunk on stream. I would say, though, special occasions are fine. I think if you're, you know, I got a couple of drinks at Christmas Eve last year. That was fun. So maybe once in a while it's okay. And this is obviously a birthday stream. But yeah, I just personally would always say getting drunk is probably not a good call. Now, was that a birthday stream we just watched? That one just there? I don't know. But in any case, you should probably be sober when you're streaming. Because the other problem is it lowers your inhibitions. And so you can say something which you, at the very least, maybe a TOS risk. You know, let alone be something embarrassing that you wouldn't want people to hear, you know?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the £2. The Big Bungie stream is the only good drunk one. Okay.
I'm backstabbing you by like telling you that like are talking shit about you in private conversations or on streams. I just want you to know I'm just joking. Okay. And so it's like it was really weird, especially considering like the bully streams. There were things at that time he claimed he was joking about, but all of a sudden, like it was.
I got to be honest. I agree 100% on Tipster on this one. It was all bullshit. He was bullying you for money.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I would have bullied Free for money if I thought of it first.
Yeah, and then the other thing was the stream that I did with him and Keffels. We all came out of that call thinking that was like a positive conversation that ended well in the end of it. And then the next morning, like I woke up and everybody was pissed at me about that, like how I backstabbed people.
When men or women hyperbolically say man don't have emotions. This video is Exhibit A, not mad at it.
Exactly. This is what happens when men don't lock their emotions away. So think on feminists.
Bo Blacks or whatever. And like, holy shit, like, did I fuck up? So I DM Bo Blacks and I asked him, like, hey, bro, like, I thought we had a good conversation, but if you like are upset about that conversation, like, I'm genuinely sorry, right? And he's like, no, we're good. I thought that was a good conversation. Everything's cool now, right?
So now you know how
So I'm like,
you know
all
what?
right.
You know what? I believe every word you're saying. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. And you can finish. I'm going to let you finish. 100%. That's how I feel about you.
Yeah. No, like I said, I
thought we'd kind of more or less settled the Tipster Tommy stuff, and we were talking. Wasn't that settled? And now it's okay, dude. Okay, bro.
own it.
We're looping.
I was a dick.
I hope so.
There's no way. There's no other way to put it.
Look, with the Kevlar shit, you literally did nothing to me. Nothing to me with Kevlar's. Nothing. And I was just like, fuck that guy. He took advantage of me. I'm going to take advantage of him.
Dude, I thought we were moving on to talk about the Bo Blacks shit and what... And now we're looping back round to talk again about how much Tipster fucked over TommyC.
Because, you know, you literally had to... All you had to do... Because, I mean, we've had a million meetings with you over the years. You know, and say, look, I want to do this. This is important to me. And I want to leave commentary. I would appreciate if you guys let me be, because there's going to be a lot of shit I'm going to say. It's going to be fucking
That's
funny.
what I should.
And I think Nick would have respected it, because he's fucking. I mean, we literally got to fight over the trans shit.
Yeah,
it's all you had to do. Yeah. Just like Bobax, like you know, me and Nick, biggest bastards on the fucking planet, total fucking bad, right wing fucking Nazis. And what happened when I was in Gran Canaria? I'm worried about Bobax. I'm worried about the transition.
Oh, here we go.
I'm worried about his well-being.
Another point.
If you would have told us about your sexuality, we would have respected that too. I guarantee it. Because if I would have came out with that, or Nick would have came out, my own audience would have turned on me. Because it would have been a total fucking fake. I've always presented myself as a libertine. Do what you want, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else. And if I'd have came out and fucking thrown you out or exposed you or laughed at you for that, even though you didn't never made me say Z's or anything like that, I would have been a bastard. I would have been in the wrong. And deservedly so. But I mean,
also, well, let's not split hair. He obviously means libertarian, okay?
I don't get why you do this. Like you, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand, and I don't know if you're telling me the truth. And I'm not being like unreasonable. I think I've been more reasonable with you, and I've not always been reasonable with callers. Yes, that who's the guy that fucking he transitioned to? Mumpky Jones's friend.
He transitioned.
And what's his name? Who's that guy I yelled at? It was on the second channel. Digibro, yeah. I wasn't exactly nice to Digibro either. I didn't give a shit. But I mean, like, your own crew, that's what I don't get. Like, do you remember me sticking up for you? For the whole fucking thing that started this whole thing? Like, that's another thing I really want to ask you. When the thing came up to the lolly stuff, all right? You remember I put my ass in the line, I stuck up for you, right? During that.
And I appreciate it.
And I know you used some of my stuff and stuff like that because...
Oh, shit. Did he? Did he?
You know, but you know what it is? Here's what I think happened to you. I think literally the same thing happened to you to Bobax. You got sick of us optics checking you, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest. Be honest. You got sick of us because you realized,
yes, Tommy,
like fuck more than you.
Yes, the Drunken Master is now moving on to a moveset which I'm much more interested in. Let's go.
You think because we used to go to you and tell it's like this is the fucking good narrative, and you would do it every time, right up until then.
The Drunken
Is that
Beast.
an optics check?
Kind of. Basically, fucking regurgitate. You always regurgitated what we suggested to you. And it wasn't when we weren't doing it. We weren't doing it to fuck you over. We weren't doing it to fuck you over.
See, like when I think of optics check, I think of like if I say something and you guys kind of like check me on it, like this is like a stupid.
All right, yeah. All right, I don't think that literally happened, but I mean,
I think the point that Tommy is making is that Tipster got bothered by the fact, and I think this is just true, he got bothered by the fact that he was constantly getting questioned, queried, and scrutinized for the things that he was doing. And he just doesn't get that from the lefties in the same way. As long as he just says trans rights, as long as he says Trump bad, he doesn't get that same scrutiny. That is what I think Tommy's getting at, and I think that's true.
We would tell you, like, this is probably the way to go. And it was always it was pre-optics check, if you want to look at it that way. You know? Because I always felt like when the whole thing happened, because I wasn't a part of it, and like I said, I'll say it again, you do shit to me, and the whole Catholic thing, that you just started, it feels like Bobak's, like you just started to resent them after a while. You know, I'm grateful that I've been optics checked. By the way, I got optics checked by something, by Nick with Dr. Disrespect. That could have been career ending had he not done it. And I appreciate it. I don't think to myself,
what was that?
Oh, I wish I would have been able to say my narrative because that was my thoughts and my feelings. And why do I have to listen to Nick? No, I was like, thank you. I didn't think of it that way. Like, why weren't you that way? Why weren't you grateful?
The mic clipping. The mic clipping, what was that? Yeah. Oh, Tommy's no, sorry, I got confused. The mic, right? I thought you were saying the mic clipping thing was something to do with Dr. Disrespect. What was the optics check?
I don't understand. Like all you motherfuckers.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Saw me lose
but
up for
how do I make money off depressed people?
Drain Pisser was doing a hit job on Camilla's husband domestic violence allegations from 2012 live, when the news came in about Styx charges. Hilarious.
No way. That's crazy. Thank you for the $5 Australian. Sounds a bit hypocritical perhaps, but I haven't seen it, so I can't comment 100%. Drain Piss is brilliant as well.
Years. Saw me fucking fight the uphill battle. You got your fucking plaques and shit.
Oh, because of the Queeman stuff. When he had that convo with Queeman and he was hammering the culture war talking points. Is that it? Maybe something to do with that, perhaps? I don't know. I know Nicholas does keep his eye on Queeman. The Italians know not to trust the, you know what. Anyway.
And then you resented the people that got you there? I don't get that. And I don't care if I ever get a fucking thing. But I mean, I watched all you guys grow, get that shit, and I was always fucking like rooting you on. Bobax, you, Illuminati, name the motherfucker. Willie, even on the good side. Tom, I never ever fucking got jealous. Ever.
What is going on now? I feel like this is taking a turn.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like I've looked down at my phone. I haven't actually done this. I've been trying to pay attention. But I feel like when you're on a drive, you look down at your phone, you look back up, and you're like, where the fuck are we? And it turns out that the taxi driver's taken a wrong turn and you're going to get raped.
You could have been friends with fucking her. I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care about her.
No, you didn't.
But she wanted a piece of Nick's ass, didn't she? Be honest.
I mean, if she did, I didn't know.
Oh, come on, man.
What the fuck?
I knew that she didn't like Nick, but I don't know if she was like.
You don't think if she saw the opportunity, like you saw the opportunity with me and the shit that I said on Breakfast and Beer with my son, you don't think she would have swooped in? Let's be honest. Come on.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You want to throw her on the bus, do you? She's gone. She didn't care about it.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Okay, I'm a bit lost now. I'm not going to lie.
Tried to double down on the allegations being true against Camilla's husband whilst simultaneously sweeping for Styx. Surreal levels of code.
Thank you for the super chats. This is where it gets to like old commentary law that I'm just like I'm so not aware of or familiar with. Some of this stuff I can follow because I'm aware of some of the bits and pieces, but bro. We're on the dirt track, as far as I'm concerned. And we all know where that leads.
She never cared about you. You're a means to a fucking end, just like all her fucking fans. I think that's what drives me crazy about you.
Oh, he's talking about Keffels. Is that right?
Because Bobax, fucking Augie. Remember, Augie took my side, or your side over mine during fucking, even prior to open folders.
Right, okay.
And then Nick just took you in, even though he thought you were a fucking idiot.
That is a...
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. This is becoming a bigger lecture than I want it to be.
Oh my
Okay,
god, that's
wonderful.
based.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
FYI, I was in the Lefty Commentary Discord Keffels created. That's where I met Tipster. He 100% knew she wanted to go after the After Hours crew. That was the whole point of going after Bo Blacks.
Thank you for the $10.
Okay, that's wonderful.
What was like a
But
weak
how
link,
do I
maybe?
make money
That's
off
interesting.
depressed people?
Thank you for the $2. Keffels used Tipster, it's so obvious. Yeah, of course. Keffels, I mean, you know, yeah, that's true. And obviously, Tipster got what he wanted. He got a community that is going to be a hug box. Yeah, weak link. Yeah.
Can I ask another question?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, what's your favorite Resident Evil game?
Resident Evil 2. I think pretty much everybody knows that, but yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, I didn't really watch
Look.
it. Honestly, I would have thought it would have been 8 because of the big titty goth mommy, but
I mean, big titty goth mommies are pretty nice. You know, I'll say that
Yeah.
much.
That's another thing. I
Yeah.
stuck up for you.
Heisenberg
I
girly,
stuck
though.
up for you when you were
Oh
flirting
my
with other
God.
chicks. And everybody's fucking all
Bro.
these fucking right wing idiots. And
Bro. Tommy's fucking charging up for another crack of the whip. Dude, there's no way. And there's another thing, bro. It's fucking insane.
And by the way, I'll stick up for that. We're fucking like, oh, you're not loyal to your wife. I'm like, I'm married, and my wife doesn't care. Like, look, I've said stuff to Ginny.
No. That is true. It's good that we've got off the Resident Evil talk, so that is a blessing in this case.
If not privately, I want to make sure. I've Seth, who's here now, and I've done the whole sex Howard Stern thing. Everybody knows it's fucking jokes. Everybody knows it's good, and I always stuck up for you. Always. Everybody calls you a degenerate and you didn't love your wife and all that shit, and I always, with Dojangles, fucking everybody, I stuck up for you.
Yeah, you did. I appreciated it.
Oh,
Well, I'm not going to blame you for the fucking. I was going to bring up the fucking. I get the blocking thing. I get that. I didn't give a shit. At that time, I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't give a shit about
it. It was a stupid fucking.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit.
I could have had a conversation.
I would have used you on that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit. But I would have never done that if you just say, like, I'm
Tommy, get some. Come on, stop talking. You interrupted the beer flow. Get some more beer down
sick of
you.
this shit. I'm sick of this fucking. Everybody's.
It's
fucking
a new one.
Pedophile. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting involved in something I believe in.
Bombs
This whole
up,
trans rights
boys.
horseshit. And I do think it's horseshit, by the way. Deal with it. But I could have respected it. Maybe it's what you're passionate about. I could have totally respected that. Honestly, there's nothing in my history, nothing that would say otherwise.
Yeah.
You pissed away a good friend. I just want to let you know that. And you know what? Nick was a good friend to you too. You know what? Augie fucking loved you. Maybe you're right on Bovax, but you just remember when I fucking bitched about Bovax, nobody listened to me. You pissed away some good friends. And you know what? Maybe that's punishment enough. I don't hate you.
I can 100% own that. That like.
Get some more
I
beer,
could not
yes.
have treated you guys the
Get
way
some more
that I
beer
did.
down ya.
And I'm sorry.
All right, bud. Well, we'll leave it at that. All right. You took your lumps. Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't want to see like but I really had to get that out of my chest.
I mainly came in just to talk about like the vault thing and how like I felt genuinely bad for that when that happened. But,
the vault thing, it wasn't even your fault. It was Vault's fault and my fault for being an asshole. You know what? Yeah. Here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm a fucking jerk off. I treat my friends like shit. And fucking look, what you post is your problem. You know, I was never going to criticize you for that. You know, if you want to take the chance and criticize zombie douchebag. By the way, that's kind of proof right there that you were on our team on that one because she was a left-wing loon. Would you criticize her now?
Who?
I think that a lot of the ways that she handled things were like insanely over the top. So like, yeah, I actually stand by some of the criticisms I gave. I got.
Stop worrying about. Well, maybe it isn't the right advice. Here's the thing. It's the.
Who are they talking about now?
Wrong advice if you want to grow.
Illuminati?
It's the right advice if you want to be respected. Talk about what you know about. Talk about what you believe in. I think that's where you went astray at the end of the day.
Zombie kills.
I think that's somewhere along the line that
Zombie
stopped.
unicorn.
Because look, the gaming thing, we're all passionate about it. We're all into it, man. You know, we're all into this YouTube thing. You know, it's fed my family 4 years now, and I'm proud of it. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. You can fucking, maybe I'm a loser, but you know what? I'm not that bad. I just bought a house. You know,
I mean, I don't think you're a loser for this. Like, you're doing something you love for a living, and like you said, you bought a house, you feed your family off of it. Like,
yeah, well, I don't see my inner.
Chud TommyC shot stream when? Honestly, I wouldn't want to listen. I wouldn't want to be around him when he's drunk like this on stream. I mean, it'd be fine if you were just chilling, having some beers together, but on stream it would just be very awkward, wouldn't it? He'd be getting all emotional. Like, oh, not post-ironic enough for my tastes.
Internet friends. I don't see my internet friends as future content. If they want to make themselves future on it, I don't think I've ever used anybody.
I can't handle the drunken master.
I'd
lose the debate.
I don't think I've ever done that. And I've taken fucking L's for guys like Kraut that were in some cases in the fucking wrong, but I stuck with them because I didn't want to be that fucking guy that just jumped on it because the train was there. And maybe that's what you should do in the future, whatever.
Well, so, in any case, I don't want to, derail your birthday stream any further. But
I'm glad we had this talk. I gotta be honest. I feel good. I'm glad we had this talk. All right.
Okay. I just want to end it by saying that I can own up to my mistakes, that I didn't handle my departure in the best way, and I genuinely apologize for that. And I don't expect forgiveness.
I don't care about that shit. I would have helped you if you came to me, even with the sexuality thing. I would have never exposed you for that, ever.
Oh no!
Do you believe that? I guess I need to hear that.
No, I absolutely no, because I seen your comments on it at the time. You thought it was really fucked up that got outed.
I didn't like it.
And that was
I've never outed anybody sexually. I've never outed anybody sexually ever. And by the way, here's the funny part. I don't believe in your sexuality. I think it's complete bullshit. You're gay or straight. That's the way I feel. Accept it or don't accept it. But I never, even though I don't fucking believe in that shit, I still respected you enough to think that was fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
By the way, for those who don't know, Tommy is referring to Tipster being pansexual.
Maybe I'm not a right-wing wacko. Maybe I'm a fucking just regular dude.
I don't want to derail the stream, but I have a question for Tipster.
No. Yes, Smaggle, let's go! Come on, Smaggle.
Let him go. He's taken enough from me. Let him go. No, I'm sorry.
No, I want to ask him a question.
He can ask me
one question. I'm going to let him go because I've beaten him for an hour.
He can ask it, and if I don't want to answer it, I just want to answer it.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
So,
Alan R sums it up quite well. Yeah, I'm going to leave the community, desert all my friends for the person who wants to wipe them off the internet. But I'm sorry for handling my departure in not the best way.
I just want to know you, because you said you want to build up, you want me to unblock you and whatever. So, answer me this question and I'll unblock you. During the Chris Tyson thing, you said that the drawing that Chris Tyson got was Bella-Delphine-esque. Could you explain that? How is that drawing of a child Bella-Delphine-esque?
I'm not interested in relitigating all that
shit.
I'll say this. Here's what I'll say about that is that the initial defenses of Chris Tyson were based on the fact that they were facing legitimate transphobia. But as more information came out about Chris Tyson, there's no defense there. They've done absolutely ridiculous stuff that they should not have been doing, and there's no defending them. I can tell you, as somebody who's very much involved in queer communities, nobody's defending Chris Tyson now.
Yeah, there is.
They made their bed and now they're sleeping in it.
Okay, but the problem is that people instinctively defended on the basis that they were trans. They didn't actually look at the details. They were just like, oh, they're getting transphobia, so it must be bullshit. And if there wasn't that kind of sweeping happening, maybe there'd have been a bit more movement before that. But anyway.
No, Chris Tyson's fucked. No.
No one is defending Chris Tyson.
Not everybody's a transphobe, Tipster. It's the truth. Not everybody on the right is transphobe. You know what? I think this might get you fucked up, but not demand is the wrong word. I want you to hear that everybody's either libertine or on the right isn't a transphobe. That's what I want to hear. Everybody that's on the right. This is how I know if you're fucking really sorry. I want you to tell me that everybody that's on the right or libertarian, is not a transphobe in every case. That's all I want to hear out of your mouth.
I've never believed that everybody. I
don't
believe that.
I just want to hear you say it.
Well, I'll tell you right now. No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that everybody that's on the right, even Christians or far right Christians, are transphobes or libertarians. You don't believe that?
No, not everybody. No.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not gonna. Yeah, you took a beat.
Okay, I don't know. I've not heard of that before. I'm not familiar with that one. I know of libertine as like it's like LIBERTENE. Yeah. I don't actually know what the definition is, but I'm familiar with the name. A libertine is a person questioning and challenging most moral principles, such as responsibility or sexual restraints. No! That's literally one of the worst words that you could use. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, look, this is so perfect. Look at this. Not to... Dude, it even says it on the Wikipedia page. Not to be confused with libertarian. They literally, dude. Yeah, a libertine is a person questioning and challenging most moral principles, such as responsibility or sexual restraint, and will often declare these traits as unnecessary or undesirable. A libertine is especially someone who ignores or even spurns accepted morals and forms of behaviour observed by larger society. The values and practices of libertines are known colloquially as libertinism or libertinage, and are described as an extreme form of hedonism. Oh no. Tommy, you're using the wrong word, bro. You're too drunk. And it's a disastrous word to use, and it sounds funny. Oh my god, dude. But obviously Tips has got no idea and doesn't think to correct him because he doesn't know.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the $2 Australian. Appreciate it.
You took a beat.
It's why, like,
I'm done.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Tommy came out as a DJ.
Yes, thank you for the $5.
It's why, because like I heard on
it's basically an 1800s gooner. That's what back in the 1800s they're called gooners, libertines.
The stream where you're like, this isn't going to be an easy conversation for you. It's
no, you took it like a man. I whatever. If I'm allowed to say that.
I have no problem admitting that, like, I've made mistakes in the past. I don't necessarily agree with every.
But you believe,
but I do own the fact that, like, yeah, I made some really fucking stupid decisions, and I think you guys have every fucking right to hate my guts.
All right, fair enough. You're done. You've done your penance. For me, you've done your penance.
You're done.
For what it's worth, Tommy, when we were friends, I always appreciated you as a friend, and I do acknowledge that I fucked that up. And I'm sorry.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. I wish you the best, and I hope things your YouTube career, and if they don't, I hope you fucking enjoy the whole gaming YouTube sphere. Whatever you want to do, and I wish the best for you. I really do. It's not bullshit. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking. I don't know if we're fucking going drinking next week, but I mean that. I mean it almost the same way I mean for Bobax. I hope things get better for him too. I do. I know you guys. I mean, I don't fucking want you to die or anything, for Christ's sakes. All right, I'm glad you said that, because I know by saying that you put yourself at great risk for the more radical elements of the left, and that's what I wanted to hear, and I'm good. So, penance done. You're good with me. We are officially good. Okay? Yeah. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you, but we're good. All right? Is that fair?
Okay.
All right?
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Happy birthday.
I tell you what, Tommy. Why don't you celebrate this this eventuality with another beer.
Hey,
Thank
much
you.
love to you. And
Thank
I
you for
wish
the
nothing
donation.
but the best.
All right, take care, man. Bye-bye.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, there's the TommyC Tipster combo. Some good moments and some good presses on Tipster there. I think Tipster takes the L overall, but there was tremendously gay at points. Too gay for my palate, but nonetheless, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy's now a libertine, apparently. Okay. Right, I'm going to play this as a palate cleanser. Then need to take a break, and then we're going to do this funny bread tube video that I saw. I think we're going to get a kick out of this one.